Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and you are welcome to the Shabbat of this morning. The parasha that we are going to discuss about this morning is called Be-Har. That is, there are people, there's a lot of different kind of interpretation of it, right? Be-Har meaning at, in, or on the mountain. At the mountain, or in the mountain, or on the mountain. Those, they have different meaning, all right? At the mountain, okay, this mountain, right? In the mountain, and also on the mountain, So that our sages give us different kinds of understanding concerning this. This commandment that the Lord God gave to Moshe Rabbeinu was actually given to him from our own understanding in the mountain, inside the mountain. Because why? I said, he said that it's a cave, the cave of Moshe. That's a cave. So, and later on they called the cave of Eliyahu. That was the same cave, the cave where Moshe received the commandment on Mount Horeb, on Mount Sinai. That's the same cave that Eliyahu the prophet came in, and God took him from that cave and he went up. So we need to understand this is the same cave, it's the same. So inside the mountain, where Moshe meets with God, and God begins to give him understanding of what to command the children of Israel. This parasha, I subtitle it, Trusting in His Providence. God is our provider. God provides all our needs according to His riches in glory. Trusting in His providence. The problem that we have as a human being is this: how can I trust? How can I give everything to somebody or to a being I don't see? How can I trust a being I never see with my eyes? How do I know how he's going to direct my life? I cannot give him, I cannot trust him with the dearest thing of my life, with my own life. I cannot trust him. But this is what the Holy One is asking us. For us to trust him with our life. To give everything to his hand, let him control for us. Let him assist us, let him help us. God is bringing a good news to each and every one of us this morning. A fantastic news, a great news that we should trust in his providence. Don't think, remember I gave us the story of the woman with Eliyahu. Don't worry. Trust in the Lord. Put your hope in him, and it will bring it to pass. All your desire for good, it will bring it to pass one by one at the right time. Please remember, God is never late. God is never early. God is at the right time. He's not late, he's not early, at the right time. At the nanosecond, boom, that is when he acts. At the right time. So I want us to have this hope and this understanding that the God that we serve is always there by our side. And this morning we are going to discuss concerning the Yovel, the Shavuot, the number 7. What is this 7 and 7 and 7? And that God is talking about the 50th day, the 50th year, right? What because we are counting Omer, right? And the Torah says one after after the Pesach we count 50 days, right? After the Shabbat of the Pesach we count 50 days, and after the 50th day is what is called Shavuot. When we come to bring the first fruit and bless the Lord, the harvest, the first harvest, right? I will bring our harvest to bless the name of the Lord. And say, God, thank you for this harvest, right? And the Torah said the 50th day is what is Shavuot. Why 50? And now God is expanding it more. And God said there will be a Shabbaton for the land. Remember, we have the Shabbat for a human being. And not only for a human being, the Torah said on Shabbat, our animals also shall rest. Not only you. Because people think that Shabbat is for me and my animal can be walking. No. I saw the way. The Torah said that on Shabbat, you rest. Your animals rest. Everything, your servant rest. Your maid servant, everything in your house rest. Everything. On Shabbat, on the 7th day, right? You rest. And now God is now expanding this rest Now, more. God is telling us this planet is ours. And this planet takes care of us. If this planet is taking care of us, we as a human being have to take care of the planet. It is balance. See, it's not only you take, and you give nothing in return. We'll be taken from the universe. We'll be taken from this planet. What do we give in return? Destruction, pollution, all kinds of nonsense in return, and not knowing what our sages said, that you are what you eat. The planet feeds us, no? And where we pollute everything, don't we know that we are poisoning ourselves? What goes round comes round. You think, oh, you know what? I don't care. It's none of my business. I pollute it. Continue. You are poisoning yourself. Because everything you eat is what? Is from the earth. The Torah says, earth you are, the earth you shall return back to. Don't you understand this simple message? The message of the Torah is not hard, it's simple. It's a simple principle. That everything is what is in a circle. Right? So, we are going to see what God is talking to us about concerning the parasha this morning. Trusting in His providence, trusting in the Lord, putting our hope in Him, knowing that yes, with God, all things are possible. Right. In Parashat Ki Tissa, we are commanded not to walk our feet on the Shabbath, right? 6 days you shall walk, but on the 7th day you shall cease. At plowing time and at harvest time you shall cease. Exodus chapter 34, verse 21. Even at the times of the year when the farmers will be at the busiest time of their life. That means when they are plowing, when the land needs to be sown before the commencement of the heavy winter rains, and harvest time when the crop needs to be reaped before the heat of the sun touch it or rodents and insects devastate it. See what God is saying? That we shall rest on Shabbath. Even though when we are plowing, plowing when you are preparing your earth, the land to sow. On Shabbath, leave it, rest. And when you are harvesting your fruit, right, taking it in on Shabbath, leave it. But remember that sometimes farmers, that 24 hours might be the time of either survival or death for the farmers. That 24 hours, for example, let's say for example in the time of harvest, right? When you are harvesting all your crops. God said in the evening from Friday evening, right? On Shabbat, stop working until the evening of Shabbat on Saturday, right? Maybe that time might be a devastating time for the farmer. You have to decide either to obey the Torah or not, because you don't know, maybe, oh, the sun, it's not like here, right? Well, I'm talking about the Middle East, where the sun is cold like crazy, where the sun is like plus 50 degrees. Maybe all your fruit might kaput on that day. You come back in the morning, all the fruit is gone. Or maybe the rodent or the insect might come and eat all those of your fruit before that 24 hours. So it's a type of a dilemma for the farmer to decide: am I going to do what the Torah said, or am I going to do what? Do my own will. Okay? So he said, thus the loss of an extra day or the loss of an extra day work could mean, in the farmer's eyes, the difference between success and failure. For the farmer, the keeping of the Shabbat become a test of trust in the Holy One, blessed be He, in His provision. And this trust can easily be transferred to a business situation where not being able to close the deal on the Shabbat could mean the loss of a sale. With the Sabbatical Year, we are talking about a full year, not just one day. transferring this idea into the sabbatical year. Because on the sabbatical year, God said, for 1 year you shall leave the land. For what? For 1 year, the land shall not be sown. Now, if a man cannot keep 24 hours, how can he keep a whole year? That is the idea. If a man says, hey, no, I cannot even keep 24 hours, and for the entire year, how can I keep that? It's impossible. They say that if a man that is trustworthy in a small thing will be trustworthy in a big thing. If a man that is trustworthy in a small tiny thing, that man, you can trust him with a big thing because he's trustworthy in a small thing. If me as a farmer cannot trust my God to protect my farm for 24 hours on Shabbat days, how can I trust God to protect me to provide for me for entire year in the sabbatical year? No, it's impossible because you have no trust in Him. But God is saying that we should have trust in Him. It is for you. It is not for God. No, God doesn't eat our garbage. I call it garbage. He doesn't eat your food. God does not eat your food. When you bring everything, say you are bringing your first fruit to God, who eat it? The Kohen, the Kohanim. But we have to understand that when the Kohanim or the Kohen Gadol accept it from us, that means God is accepting it, and then we pray to God, and God will bless us in return. That is the idea. Right? God does not eat your food, but it benefits you. Because when you leave the land for 1 year, that land becomes revitalized again. And that land will yield more for you. Instead of pumping the land with what we call, I will call steroid. You pump it with chemical fertilizer. To me, it's a steroid. It's a man on a steroid. Because when you pump the man with a steroid, you then become an Schwarzenegger. No? The man is on steroid. The land is on steroid. And then you come and see a fruit. For example, apple fruit as big as this, which is not normal. And you say, hey, it's this big one. You cut it, you eat it. After 10 years, they say, oh, madam, sorry, you are diagnosed with cancer. Of course, you are going to be diagnosed with cancer because you are eating a chemicalized food. Because it's not natural. See, this eating is for us. This laws benefit, it's not for God, I'm saying. It's for you to live healthy life. It's for you to be strong. It's for you to be able to rise up and say, thank God, for the Lord is good. Because you are eating good of the land. Because you obey. Because you trust Him. Because you know that He's able to provide all your needs according to His riches in glory. But if you don't trust Him, then can it happen? 24 hours, you cannot trust God. I want to trust God for a whole year. Then maybe you need to tell me how you are going to do that. Okay, so every 7 years, all agricultural activities cease, and the land lay fallow. All produce that grows of its own accord during the 7th year, whether from the outgrowth of the crop or the field, or from the fruit of the orchard, becomes a banquet. I mean, like a jamboree for a man and beast, for landowner and the hired hands, for Israelites and for the sojourners as well, for the resident settler, for everybody. This seems great. The farmer has a year off and can catch up with all other odds and ends, and everyone gets a free lunch. It sounds good, no? That sounds good, because in 1 year nobody does anything. Because what I'm teaching us, we need to understand this from this perspective. Everything has everything has a consequence. Okay. Now 1 year you did not sow, right? Nobody sow in 1 year, in 1 full year. Let's say you obey God, right? Understanding. No sowing for 1 full year. And now the land, anything that grows in the land for that year, God said is for us. We can go in and take it. You didn't sow. It's just the one from the last year, maybe the fruit, the seed fall down, and they grow on their own. You can go into the field and pick it up. Not only for you, the landowner, for everybody. Okay, everybody. You cannot restrict somebody. No, Anna, don't come to my land. No, Anna has the right to come to my land and do whatever she wants to do. Pick it up, it's for everybody. For the strangers, for the fatherless, for the motherless, for the sojourners, for the resident alien, for everybody. Right? For the slaves, everybody can come and eat. And then the farmer can say also, for half vacation for 1 year. Yeah, I'm not going to work, so I can go to Cuba, go to Dominican Republic, or go to Mexico, all those things, and enjoy himself. But there is a consequence, no? Because one, if the farmer does not plant, there will be no food for next year, no? There's no food for next year. Two, the farmer employ workers. Because we need to look at it from that chain. It's a chain reaction. The farmer employs workers, and the workers need their wages. And if the farmer does not farm, we don't need workers. And then the workers have to pay. No? It's part of it. And also, we also have people that go to grocery. Those grocery guys, the madam and the men that go take their cart and go to the grocery. If there is no food, no grocery, no? You can't go to the grocery and say, want to go and buy food, no? So all these are the things that is a chain reaction, because farming has a lot of things that is surrounding it, not just to farm or to do your garden, right? It's a lot of businesses that is associated with farming, right? So when God is saying, don't worry, don't sow, God said, I'm going to multiply your food in the 6th year. That you are going to eat what is on the 6th year until the 9th year. That means the 7th year you don't sow anything, and the food that you pick in the 6th year will be sufficient for you for 3 years. It's a miracle. The same principle in the word, in the manner. The same principle. In this case, God is expanding it. No different. In the manner, God said, go and take every day by yourself. Right? God didn't say, God can do that. You just relax in your house, cross your face, and the manna come inside your bedroom. Inside your mouth. You can do it, it's God, no? You can do whatever you want to do. But God said, you have to take part in your own miracle. You have to take part in your own salvation. Everything is not in the hand of God. No. People say everything is in the hand of God. No. It's not everything in the hand of heaven. There is something in your own hand that you have to do. There is a saying, a popular saying that do your best and God will do the rest. It's very important. Do your best and let God do the rest. From where you stop, God will continue as a human being. So, this is the idea. The idea is that we do our best, we do our own part by obedience and trusting in His salvation, in His providence, in trust that He can provide for my need according to everything that I want. And when I trust in Him and I do exactly what the Torah said, the result will be there for everybody to see. So when we trust in Him and we put our hope in Him, our hope will not be will not be rejected, because we have put our hope in Him and we obey exactly what He commanded us. So here is it. He said, other businesses will also suffer, and things aren't really going to get up and going until the harvest of the 8 years. Now imagine the same scenario when it is the year of YHWH, 2 consecutive years without plowing and sowing. So the fear, what shall we eat in the 7th year? Lo, we shall not sow, and we shall not gather in our produce. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 20. It's a very real one, but the Holy One, blessed be He, response is just as real as we think in our own head too. If we keep His commandments, He will bless us in the 6th year, and we will produce enough produce for 3 good years. Remember, as I said, in the manner, every day you go and you pick up. On the Shabbat, God said, go and pick double. and the manna will not spoil. But if on the ordinary day, if you go and pick double, the manna will spoil. And we have people that went and disobeyed God. They want to tell them, there's nobody. I don't want to come here. Walking. I don't want to work. To tomorrow, I want to stay home. Let me pick two for double for today and for tomorrow. In the morning, the manna has maggots, stinks, because they disobey God and they face the consequence of their actions. But on every Shabbat, on Friday, when they go, they pick double. And the one they pick on Friday will not spoil on Saturday. It is the manna, no? The same thing. That is the miracle of God. That it didn't spoil on Shabbat because they obey God. The same thing here. God is saying, don't worry. What you are going to eat on the 7th year, even on the 8th year, I will provide for even until the 9th year. Because I will make the earth to reproduce abundantly on the 6th year. And you will have enough for yourself and for your family, for your business, for everything that you think, that you want. If the idea here is trusting in His mercy, trusting in His salvation, trusting in Him, putting our complete trust in the Lord. But if, as I said, you have a choice, you can say, God, I don't care. You face the consequence. And you can say, God, I'm going to obey. And you face and you receive the blessing. As you say, if we keep His commandments, He will bless us in the 6th year, and we will produce enough produce for 3 years. And you shall sow on the 8th year, and you shall eat from the old produce until the 9th year, until the arrival of its produce. You shall eat the old. That means Leviticus chapter 25, verse 22. That means that you will never lack until, even though it's the 9th year. Even though you harvest on the 8th year, the one that you harvest on the 8th year, right? Because God has blessed you like triple times on the 6th year, you won't even touch the one that you produce on the 8th year. You will still be eating on the 9th year, you will still be eating the one of the 6th year. You see? Abundant blessing. That's what God is saying. I repeat again. The one that you the one that you reap on the 6th year, you are going to eat it until the 9th year. The one that you reap on the 8th year, the new one, you won't even touch it. You don't even need it. Because the 6th year's own is still enough for you until the 9th year. That's what the Torah is saying. So, it is our choice now to decide. Am I going to obey God? Am I going to keep His commandment or not? And He said, you shall return every man to his household. You shall return every man to his original land, to his original ancestral land. You shall proclaim YHWH, freedom, independence, as we are talking about, to everybody. Even though it is your brother, you shall not suffer your brothers. You shall help your brother. You shall return back their land. So what is this idea that God is talking about? Many people in the Torah, you can never see capitalism. There is no capitalism in the Torah. It's the negative side. Everything that Torah talks about is about socialism. It's about the community. It's about me and you. It's about us, everybody included. That you cannot suffer your brother, that you shall surely help your brother. Assist one another. Capitalism is me. That is it. But the Torah is talking about us. It's a different perspective. It's a different idea. So please, let us understand and let us do as God has commanded, and you will never, ever lack. You decide. But for me, I decided. I follow the Torah. It's a choice. God has always. I don't have a choice. It's a lie. You always have a choice. I don't say no. I don't say yes. But there is always a reward, either positive or negative. It is yours. Parashat Be-Har, trusting in His providence. Shabbat Shalom.